Have a seat.
All right.
Wow, we're finally doing it. We're finally unveiling it.
Hey everyone, we are Prana.
And we're here today to talk a little bit about the records that we've been making, who we are, and the label that we co-own, Enhanced Music and Colorize. We've been kind of secretive over the last 3 years, and that's on purpose, and we'll talk a bit about why.
How we approach Prana is not at all how we have approached our previous works as Tritonal. And the idea behind Prana is more of explorative. It's more of being able to be creative without any sort of pressures, just kind of feeling it. And that is one of the things that I always approach a Prana record with. Is like, how can I feel something? What will this movement be like? What will this sound be like? Is it going to make me feel excited or happy? Is it going to make the movement of the record feel that way?
The whole thing was we weren't going to tell anybody until we were ready, and that's now been 3 years. And one might ask why, and it's not just to hide or come up with a marketing scheme. It's really to give ourselves time to create space, to not have the pressure of expectation, and to be able to curate music with patience. Prana is a Sanskrit term that it's maybe a term not a lot of people have heard. It's a Sanskrit term, and it basically means life force energy, vibrational life force energy. So like the sea of energy that permeates and pervades all things, every blade of grass, every animal, every star, every planetoid, every human being. You know, at the edge of quantum physics, they'll tell you that everything is condensed and congealed vibration, frozen vibration, and that everything has a frequency. And so when we think about prana, we think about taking that vital life force energy and transmuting it and alchemizing it into a vibration of sound. So we've been able to write a decent body of music over the last 3 years. I have some favorites. Any favorites of yours come to mind for Prana?
I mean, I honestly think that one of our latest releases from Prana, and it's called Landing Patterns.
Oh man.
And that one was just fun to make. Landing Patterns was something that really, for me, kind of, as we say, got the goosebumps going. And we were able to kind of make a really neat riff that turned into something fun.
That song is really based around a synth I don't have, you have, the Novation Peak, and that synth has been really instrumental in this project.
Yeah, so as we talk about getting into hardware and learning synthesizers, and or more so getting more in depth with synthesis, Prana is being heavily lifted by this thing we call the Novation Peak. And I researched it for a bit and decided to grab one, and it's been just a lot of fun to get into.
You know, one thing about this sound that I love so much personally is it feels centering and grounding, and very much has that power. Something that I really loved about trance so long ago, especially when we started our first project together, was that we loved the centering, grounding effect. And this sound, because it's slower BPMs and there's more space for cadence and groove, there's also more space for dynamics in the sonics, and having that wide range of dynamic motion allows for emotion, energy and motion.
So for Prana, it's a total 180 from Tritonal. We feel like the experiences are unique each time, and you get to, when someone goes to see a Prana show, they might have been like, did you hear that sound that happened? And you know, it's different, and every show would be different. It's almost like a living plant. You don't know when a branch is going to come out, or where it's going to grow, or where it's going to be, or where that leaf is going to be. And we're not going to know the same thing, because we're going to be experiencing this together. We want to bring our gear. We want to showcase some of the things that we've worked on, and let these happy accidents be part of the show. Let's make some stuff together. And that's kind of what I feel like Prana live in a live environment, is more of an experience rather than just another show.
As co-owners of Enhanced Music and Colorize Recordings, it's super exciting for us to see Colorize blossom and unfold at the rate at which it is right now. There's so many good artists on our label who we take inspiration from. Guys like Estiva, Claire, Soundquell, Matt Fax, Boxer, Modera, just to name a few. There's so many of you guys out there. And we've been in the music industry for quite a few years now. And so when these bubblings happen, when these natural tendencies for something to emerge on their own without fabricating it or forcing it, you know, there's a real specialness to it. So thank you guys for hanging out with us today. It's been super awesome to finally unveil who we are, and we hope we've been able to convey a little bit of our personality and some of the reasons on why we would want to start this new project we call Prana.
Yeah, and not only that, Prana is going to be coming on tour, and more importantly, we're going to have our own album that we're working with, and all these things that we've discussed today, we're putting all of that into this album. Thank you again for watching us, and we hope to see you guys on the road very soon.